Claimed by TBD, a fictional sci-fi comedy podcast. Chapter 12, Medical Romance.
We have to hide in here.
Well, I'm pretty sure that this podcast studio isn't impervious to the demon who, completely wiped out the civilization that was, existing here before us. We're all buying time for what? To, delay our death?
Conjure a recipe to vanish.
Did you not notice Earth astronaut Brett Reyes shed his human epidermis and enlarged to the height of a Sirpaki hill?
He also sprouted wings. We can't outrun him.
Is no one gonna mention that he jizzes lava? How is that not the first thing we're all discussing right now? No, Jesse, I am not gonna say that his pee-pee sneezes lava.
Fornicating Reyes, the fornicating anus channel.
It's only a matter of time before he comes here and mixes zombies in his demon army.
Sharon, the startled your pet.
Hey, Billerina, no gnawing on the podcast equipment. Drop it. Just go chew on that first aid stuff. What? We're all gonna die anyway. It's not like we need it. One of us, not including me, should just leave right now and go and find everyone else on the questing party and tell them to come back. Who here is, the least weak among all of us weaklings? Fuck, Billerina,
Well, remember, that tablet did say if we want to kill the demon, we must dilate his vital fluid container.
But what is a vital fluid container? Is it, a coffee cup? I'm just saying that back on Earth, my morning coffee was a very vital fluid to me. And, I used a container for it.
But it says to conflagrate from within.
So maybe it means put the coffee in a micro...
No, Tom, don't touch that. That's not a toy.
Shit.
There you all are. What are we all doing in here?
Oh, I was just showing everyone here how I record an episode of my fake podcast, The Love Trope. It was just something that we all wanted to see, before you take away our humanity and turn us all into demons, into your demon zombie army to just destroy this planet. They all just wanted to see it, so,
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You know what's funny? That is actually something I would like to see too.
Really?
Yeah. I want to see how you record your fake little podcast, Sharon the Startled. I find it very poetic that your final moments will be you seeing just how pointless and pathetic you are.
Right.
And always were.
Right,
So
yeah.
do it.
Yeah, no.
Hit record. Sharon the Startled.
I can record an impromptu romance novel podcast for everyone right now, right? I can do that before, yeah, okay. Ahoy, passengers. You are aboard The Love Trope, a romance podcast that promises smutty reads for everyone. I'm your host, Sharon Manovich, Sharon Knowledge about romance novels, so you can set a course for your next reading adventure. And today's topic is first aid, medical romance. Yes, today's topic is medical romance. Medical romance. Yes, these are typically romances that take place in a medical environment, like a hospital, a small town family practice, medical schools, whatever. And they typically revolve around the romantic relationships between two medical professionals who work in medicine. Yeah, it is interesting. In medical romances, you typically can see how draining being a doctor is. Always on demand, dealing with emergencies, having to diagnose a mystery illness. But despite these incredibly high stakes, love still finds a way into the hearts of our romantic leads who, as I mentioned earlier, work in medicine. And it brings a level of humanity to the doctors. Doctors are humans. Or, whatever, your human equivalent is on Keto Prime or, your respective planet. I think we forget that sometimes in real life. I sometimes think that all doctors are just like robots connected to WebMD. That's an Earth. Okay. But no. Medical romance novels show that doctors are human. They have their own stuff going on, and they can't just like let that get in the way when they're saving a life or delivering a baby or hosting a gala to raise funds for a new wing at the hospital. Like, for example, in the book The Wrong Guy, and I know I bring that book up all the time. Yes, Blem knows. Look, here we have two very humanized doctors. They're at the top of their field, and they're really sexy. But the most interesting parts of the book are when Sarah has digestion issues and Sebastian gets a migraine. Or in this book, the lady doctor is a vamp. Yes, it's a vampire doctor. But she has like everyday shit to deal with, like student loans and not feeling confident in her body. And honestly, I related more to that vampire doctor in a romance novel than I did with What's-Her-Face in Eat, Pray, Love. Right. Or in Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. Brianna obviously has a lot on her shoulders. And she works so much. But my favorite parts of the book are when her character asks like really random would you rather questions. And you would think that like doctors wouldn't have thoughts like that. Oh, would you rather be a gummy bear who robs a bank or a Swedish fish who feels cold all the time? But you know what? They do. They have thoughts. And Jacob in the book, he has like this crippling anxiety. Even though like he could probably like save a life using like a paperclip and hand sanitizer, but like he's an ER doctor who can save gunshot victims, but he can't like walk into a room with a girl he likes and not want to like melt from embarrassment. I remember the book even used this phrase, hot embarrassment seared through me. And I related so much to that burning sting of humiliation. Like your blood is boiling and you might die because it's your blood and you need blood and it's in you and it's a fluid. It's important because blood is a vital fluid. Blood, isn't it? It's vital to our bodies. And aren't bodies just containers of blood, of the vital fluid that can heat up from the inside? Maybe like an opposite sunburn or a rash or blushing because of embarrassment. Hot embarrassment.
I'm having trouble following along.
Sorry. Do you mind if I start over? I'm sorry. You always have to do a couple takes of these things, but I'm not trying to like stall or anything. It's just part of the, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna start over, no. Ahoy, passengers. You are aboard the Love Trope, a romance podcast that's sorry, let me do it again. Okay. Ahoy, passengers. You are aboard the Love Trope, a romance podcast that promises smutty reads for everyone. I'm your host, Sharon Manovich, Sharon Knowledge, about romance novels so you can set a course for your next reading adventure. And today's topic is taking risks in romance. Risks. Doing something incredibly stupid. when you have no other choice and, everything is on the line. Okay, I'll stop sugarcoating it. What I'm trying to say with my words here, right now, I'll get to it right now. Okay. As my non-existent listeners know, I did make one attempt in my life to write erotica, and it was a disaster. It was so bad, the teacher told me to never show it to anyone. And that was fine. I never wanted to be an erotica writer anyway, so you know what? It's fine. But that was just one person's opinion, Well, two persons' opinions, if you count my own, because I completely agreed with her. But I don't know, maybe the teacher was holding me to a higher standard given that I am a romance novel podcaster. Or I was, back on Earth. And with what I wrote, I'm ashamed of it, certainly. I'm ashamed of everything I do. But I'm not ashamed of what I wrote. I didn't commit a sin. I just typed up naughty stuff on a document, attempting to create a masterpiece, and I just inadvertently wrote something that made the teacher so uncomfortable, I probably ruined her sex life forever, but you know what? Maybe that's on her. And look, if I'm about to become enslaved to a demon right now, and these are gonna be my last moments of just me being me, maybe, just maybe, I can take a risk, and I can summon the courage to read my erotica aloud. And given that this is my final podcast, what a way to end it. So, what do we think? Do we want to hear my erotica?
Oh, yes, I want to hear it.
Okay, yeah, let me just find it here.
What a treat.
Okay. Here is an excerpt from my erotic novel titled Tentacled by the Male Stripper from Mars, who also has a popular YouTube channel. Author's note, tentacle is a verb in my writing, just like finger and fingered, just to give you guys context. Okay. Okay. Kendra, the mousy administrative assistant, was so turned on. I feel like a horny window fan, she thought. The male Martian stripper named Mart snaked two of his tentacles between her legs. Kendra loved the feeling of him spreading his slime, or whatever coats his tentacles all over her thighs. Everything was so horny. The tentacles separated her labial petals of Kendra's tulip-shaped vagina. It felt so good to her, like her body was singing a really horny song. And that song was all about sex and fucking.
Is it feeling warm in here? To any of you?
Do any of you guys feel warm? Is anyone feeling warm? Yeah, no, we're fine. Honestly, this erotica is so short. I'll be done, and then after you can get to... Really, it's so short. Okay. Let me just continue here. Okay. It was so horny. Kendra felt every cell in her body vibrating at full speed. She felt like one of those buzzers you get at Applebee's when you're waiting for a table and your table is ready. Kendra, party of one? More like Kendra, party of cum, which Kendra screamed as Matt tentacled her.
What is happening?
It was like Kendra's cervix was a used car lot, and Mart's tentacles were like the two balloon guys you see out front wiggling in the wind.
Oh, no,
You give me that 10-year limited warranty, baby, she screeched between moans. My vagina would like to apply for financing, please. It was the horniest thing Mart ever heard, even though money doesn't exist on Mars. Did you know, Mart growled, that on my planet, all tentacles are like penises, and all penises are like tentacles, so my tentacles are like penises. Everything is a penis. Hearing that made Kendra wetter than a broken water fountain at the DMV. Mart squeezed all of his penis tentacles inside of Kendra, and they intercoursed for hours. Mart fucked Kendra like a piston in a moving train that was overfilled with gas. or whatever powers a train. I was never really like into trains and understood. But okay, all right. So much so that when Kendra had the horniest orgasm ever, she screamed aloud. Oh my god, it worked!
You saved us.
I did, didn't I? So do you want to hear the rest of the story, or no? Oh. Claimed by TBD is a presentation of Too Stupid to Live, a podcast that reviews romance novels $5 and under. This episode is written and performed by Becky Feldman, music by Victor Natas and Codebox. Claimed by TBD is a work of fiction. Any similarities to actual persons living or dead is purely coincidental and would be pretty incredible. Thank you for listening and subscribing. Bye!